Welcome to Design Domination, where you'll gain confidence, clarity, and a competitive edge in a crowded marketplace so you can dominate your competition. Hi, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Colleen Grotzer, and in this episode of Design Domination, I'm talking all about client gifts, why you would want to send clients a gift, who to send them to, and some gift ideas for them as well. As you know, it's that time of year again when you might be thinking about sending some clients a gift. You know, that might be because you've enjoyed working with them and you want to show your gratitude, right? But sending a gift is also a really great reminder of your brand. Anytime that you can remind clients about your business in a positive way is a really good thing. And the other thing is that you can also get a tax write-off at the end of the year for gift giving. Not saying that that's why you should do it, but just saying. You know, and the IRS has certain guidelines and limitations to sending client gifts, though. So you want to be sure to check those out. Now, if you decide you want to send clients a gift, you might want to figure out who to send them to. You don't have to send a gift to everyone, and you may not be able to afford that, or you may not want to. You could send a gift to only those that you really enjoy working with. You could send a gift to those who spent over a certain amount of money with you during the year, or clients who have worked with you the longest amount of time. You might decide to send most of them an email card, or maybe even a printed card in the mail, and then sending a select few a gift. Now, you might think that the holidays around Thanksgiving and Christmas are the best time to send a gift to clients, but you don't have to wait until the holidays. You can show your appreciation to your clients any time of year. And in fact, if you wait until after the holidays are over or another time of year, your gift will stand out because most people are sending gifts around Thanksgiving and Christmas. You might want to send a gift on the anniversary of your working together. And you know, a lot of times you can get great Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals on gifts. And some companies will actually allow you to buy the gifts at that time, but schedule them to be delivered at a later date. Okay, you could also take advantage of sales that they might have at different times of the year, such as Mother's Day or Labor Day. But you always want to first make sure that your client is even allowed to accept gifts. Some clients, like those in the government, may not be allowed to accept gifts. So it wouldn't look good if you sent them one. And you could ask this as part of your onboarding process when you take them on as clients, or you could simply ask them sometime before you send them a gift. Now, what you give a client can depend on how much you know about your client contact and if there is just one person or multiple contacts there. And you might decide to send different clients different gifts too. Okay, so let's talk about food gifts. Well, food gifts are usually a big hit, but they're the most common type of gift too. These are really good if you have more than one contact at your client's place of business, because you can send a large gift basket or a tower for many people to enjoy. But if you're thinking of sending food to a client, you might want to consider what they like. Maybe they can't stand chocolate, for instance. I know, but these people do exist. I actually know one. You know, or maybe they're vegetarian or vegan, so a sausage and cheese platter would obviously be an issue. You also should consider any food allergies that they may or may not have that you don't know about, unless you ask, of course. In those cases, food gifts can be tricky. But you could simply look at food gifts that offer a variety of flavors that come in the same box, or ones that don't contain any gluten, nuts, or dairy, for instance. And yes, they do exist. There are plenty of options out there, such as Missionary Chocolates, which offers dairy-free chocolates. Another option is Safe and Fair, which offers allergen-free popcorn, granola, and chips. And they have crazy flavors like chocolate drizzle popcorn, which I personally love, orange dreamsicle popcorn, birthday cake granola, gingerbread cookie granola, also really good, candy cane granola, dill pickle popcorn, and a bunch of other flavors. Another idea would be something fruit-based, and that could be a fruit basket, or it could be something like John and Kira's Fruit Squares. You could also consider a gift card to a food delivery service. That gives them the option to choose what they want. Now, when it comes to beverages, you might consider coffee or tea as a gift. Alcohol, on the other hand, could be tricky. Someone might not be a drinker. Someone might only drink beer or a certain type of wine. So unless you know what their preference is, I would shy away from sending alcohol as a gift. But if you do know they drink and what they like, then a beer or a wine club subscription could be the perfect gift. And if you want to go another route, you could consider gifts that are centered around any hobbies that you know that they have. That could be reading. So maybe you consider a gift certificate or a subscription. Board games which could mean a gift card to a game store. Movies, so that could be a tub of specialty popcorn or movie theater tickets. Maybe they love music, so you get them a gift subscription to a streaming music platform. Or maybe they love sports, which means you could get them tickets to a game. Or maybe they travel a lot, and so you get them a subscription to a travel magazine. These kinds of gifts give your client a memorable experience. Now, one year, I sent a few female clients some lip balms, some foot lotion, and a few other spa-type items in a gift package. But you could also consider a gift card to a spa for a massage or even handmade soaps. You could consider personalizing a gift, such as a nice notebook with monogram initials on the cover, or a mug with their name on it. And these also have a long shelf life, so these kinds of gifts are a constant reminder of your business year-round. Now, you might want to consider giving a gift of a plant or flowers. That's also something that lasts longer too. Well, at least if they take care of it. They might keep that plant on their desk all year round. Now, if you have a client who's always talking about their dog or cat, you could give them something for their pet, or maybe even a gift card to a pet photography session or a pet store, such as Chewy.com, for example. Now, if you know your client supports a certain cause or a charitable organization, then you might consider a donation in their name. Now, when it comes to delivering client gifts, depending on how much time you have and your budget, you could consider delivering gifts to local clients in person. Now, I did this many years ago, but I won't do it again. I slaved in the kitchen making hundreds of cookies and packaging them all in these cute little Chinese takeout containers. The cute paper ones with the metal handles, right? Not the black or white plastic ones with the clear lids. Not that boring. And then my husband drove me around to various clients in the DC area. Well, it took a good half day with all the traffic. Now, on the other hand, the clients appreciated seeing me face to face and paying them a visit in person. And it was also a lot cheaper than having to mail them all. But again, you have to weigh your time, and your budget. So anyway, I hope that this has given you some ideas for gifts that you can send clients and make a positive impression with them, not only at the holidays, but also throughout the year, at different times throughout the year. Now, don't forget, if this was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. If this content was helpful, you can support the podcast by buying me a coffee. It might actually end up being a glass of wine or some tea, but you could go to buymeacoffee.com/creativeboost.